Prince George and Princess Charlotte keep Queen entertained during lockdown in sweet way. Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip made the sensible decision to self-isolate in Windsor Castle last month, and it appears the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge are ensuring they keep the children, Prince George and Princess Charlotte, in touch with their great-grandparents. Since the Queen began self-isolating, royal fans soon found out that besides regularly staying in touch on the telephone, Her Majesty had become a little more up-to-date with technology. Apart from her regular phone calls with Prime Minister Boris Johnson, the Queen has now reportedly been engaging in video chats. According to The Sun, the monarch is also using those skills to keep in touch with her great-grandchildren, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. The Cambridge children are currently self-isolating with their parents at their country home in Norfolk. A source told the newspaper that Cambridge children are using technology to show their appreciation for their great-grandmother while social distancing. Kate Middleton ensures that Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis speak to the Queen, known as Gone and Prince Philip, as often as possible, the insider said. The older two talk on the telephone or send chatty videos to Windsor. The goings-on in the videos are left unsaid, but the trio also like to talk with their grandfather, Prince Charles. Unsurprisingly, the conversation topics tend to revolve around the environment. They do like to chat away to Grandpa Charles and get lots of very helpful tips from him on animals and flowers, and speak to him about lambs, squirrels, and Highland cattle, the Sun source added. When the family learned of Charles's coronavirus diagnosis, the children sent him a sweet gesture to wish their grandfather a speedy recovery. They painted handmade get-well-soon cards and mailed them to Charles's house in Scotland. The royal family are well known for keeping up to date with technology. The Queen has long been hailed as tech-savvy, with the 93-year-old monarch having her own Twitter and Instagram account. Moreover, it's of course been helping her get through the unprecedented coronavirus crisis. She first got an iPad back in 2011, reportedly on the recommendation of her grandsons, Prince Harry and Prince William. At the time, she wanted it for long train rides, and has since used it mainly for recreational activities, like keeping track of her horses when she can't make it down to the stable to visit. The news comes after Prime Minister Boris Johnson was moved to intensive care yesterday evening. Mr. Johnson, who tested positive for coronavirus 10 days ago, was moved to the ICU at St. Thomas Hospital at 7 p.m. last night on the advice of his medical team. Downing Street is keeping the Queen in the loop by passing important messages to her as she isolates at Windsor Castle. Daily Express royal correspondent Richard Palmer tweeted, "Buckingham Palace says Downing Street has been keeping the Queen informed about the Prime Minister's condition." Mr. Palmer said the Queen would likely be praying for her Prime Minister during this difficult time. Last night she addressed the nation about the ongoing crisis, encouraging Britons to play their part in trying to stop the crisis by staying home. The Queen urged the country to remain united and resolute in a rare televised message on Sunday night, which was watched by 23 million people. The Queen thanked NHS staff, care workers and others carrying out essential roles. She said, "I also want to thank those of you who are staying at home, thereby helping to protect the vulnerable and sparing many families the pain already felt by those who have lost loved ones."